Hello, everyone. Ivy, was you shouting Captain like that because you were excited for it, or because you just had caps lock on? Like, I'm here for it either way. I'm just curious. Fucking warm now. I had caps lock on by mistake. Okay, fair enough. I thought you were just like hyper excited that Captain was one of the words. I am excited. Ah, why are you excited? What's got you excited? Also, just an initial apology for anyone that these evening streams are not suiting. You know, it's all a little all over the place at the moment. It'll be back to normal very, very soon. You could treat the first two as a command for you, Ruby. Captain, paint. I'm not a captain, but sure. I almost hit the stop streaming button rather than um, switching sources then. So I'm so annoyed about an Amazon purchase right now. I was somewhat annoyed, perturbed, say, um, because I had to go outside and hunt for my package anyway. Um, because they marked it as left with resident. So I went to hunt down which resident it was that they must have handed it to, because it wasn't me. Like, if you're gonna leave it in a safe place, just mark it as left in safe place, for Christ's sakes. It's not that hard. But the other thing was, I ordered a it's actually kind of something that isn't what I'd normally wear, but trying it out. I ordered a pleated leather miniskirt because I thought, you know, um, what is it? If you can't make something interesting by color, you make it interesting by design. If you can't make it interesting by design, you make it interesting by um, texture, right? So I thought, that would pair well with some other stuff, and it it said that it would be delivered Friday. So I thought, oh, nice! I can wear this to both the 3 Days Grace concert and to my tournament. Then it updated. It's going to be delivered between January 2nd and 12th. What the fuck? Oh, right. Hi, what's up? Yeah, that's a long time away. It's like, my initial reaction is, oh, great, it's drop shipped. Um, but it could also be a stock issue. But who knows nowadays, you know? Oh, right. Fuck me, that's bright. But yeah, that's it's a good little way away, isn't it? Quite sad about that. Doing the go lives. I've already done all the other ones. I'm trying to make sure that we do go on time. Sorry, that we do go live exactly on time, and that from that I go and do the that I go and do all the going lives then, because that's the whole point, isn't it? Like it's for you to have time to like roll in. I just choked on apparently air again. Oh my god. I swear to god I'm gonna get rid of Twitch notifications. Sorry, Instagram, no, Discord notifications. Eventually get the correct thing. But hey, I remembered to do everything else. Alrighty, should be all good. Right, where's my box? So let's push them to the back just for the moment. Need my knife. Okay, that should be adequate. Over there. So we got a little package. Oh wow, that is actually it is an actual proper patch. So this is, come on. Oh, let's just turn this into auto. There you go. It actually feels really nice. So I just don't have to do a unboxing for this. We're doing it live. I wore these sorts of bracelets so much when I was younger. This little, that's a lot. This little dry brush palette. I'm not gonna paint this one. That is, I think, the same size as the mini ones that I was planning on doing. Oh, right, it's an actual box. It is. Oh, wow. So normally the Two Thin Coats boxes for Kickstarters are literally just a box. It's a box with some foam in it. Granted, they're also usually twice the size. But we have an enamel metal pin. Cool. Hang on, what's in the back? Oh no, they put the back on upside down. Yeah, so Blood Red Sky, Flare Red, Diablo Red, Archon Orange, Pustule Ochre, Warrant Ochre, Malign Yellow, Cult Master Green, Betrayer Green, Diabolical Green, Crypt Grey, Altar Ivory. That one, Divination White and Cherubic White is what I'm interested in. Grindhouse Orange, Mask Flesh, Noir Brown, Cinderborn Brown, Dystopian Dust. Thank you for the lurk, Marky, I appreciate it. Light Cream, oh, that sounds horrible. Divination White, Animus Black, Cherubic White, Old Brown Metal, I'm excited for that one as well. Ancient Iron, Ironclad Silver, Brown Ink, Warm Brown Ink, Deep Red Ink, Tobacco Ink, Black Ink, and White Ink. Now, they did put the lid on upside down, so I wonder if the paints are in reverse. I think they got that right, actually. But yeah, these are going to look a little bit different to the standard ones. They're pretty cool looking. Yeah, so there's DA there for Dark Arts. Which means I now have, again, all of the two thin coats paint range.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch!
Ivy's Requiem played Hydrate for 100 channel points.
That is weak because I've not put the extra flavouring in yet. I topped it up with water. See if that does it. Yes, paint. That's what we're going to drink. Well, if it isn't the best mini painter I know, you need to broaden your horizons. Talk to more people. Hello, Abomination. How are you doing? This Dystopian Dust looks like it's going to be a cool colour. I'm willing to bet that with bone wash over the top of it is going to look awesome for just quick bones. Blight Cream looks pretty cool as well. I'm a huge fan of like take every variation of off green, like off white. This is the titanium white, their first one, because the other two are not. Wow, that is heavy by comparison. Holy shit! Is it enough? Is it subtle enough that I can not pick it up though? I have a scale right here. No, I did pick that up. Okay. I thought it was significantly heavier. It's not. It's only 3 grams heavier. The light cream or blight cream is 24? 23 grams. Cherubic white is 27. I can feel the difference in that. That is a heavy ass paint, but then it's titanium white, so. Some very cool colors. Yeah, okay, this is completely randomized. That's much lighter. Yeah, 20. I have my favorites, fair enough. Yeah, I'm doing okay, thanks. Don't mind me just satisfying curiosity, I suppose. That's really light. 19? Who's 19? Oh, okay. Apparently this is a thing I can do now. 20? Yes. 27. 26. I was close. Don't ask me why I'm doing this. I don't know. I wasn't expecting to be a thing. Looking for... No, not that one. Mask Flash. Cold Brown Metal. 24? Yeah. Pass my mod too. Full license unlocked. Nice, nice. I haven't really ridden terribly often. I haven't gone anywhere long distance in a while. Last place I did was Fen Model Show. Um, let's put everything back in here. Assuming there's clearance. So I'll put there. There. Put, yeah, put that in there like that. There. Lovely little set. I sold my 125 in August to pay for lessons and tests. I'm glad I passed first time. Ah, okay. Is that the one I was supposed to do the airbrush work on? Or was that different? Alright, need a little bit of kitchen roll. Alright, I see. Oh. God, I've got so many things on my desk right now. This is very chaotic. No. Alright. Need to decide what it is I'm doing here. I tried to do something with the non-metallics before I moved to metallics. Do you plan on getting a big bike after the new year? So I may still need some airbrush work on it. Okay. I haven't even touched my warmer stuff in a while. That's fair. I've done quite a lot of painting, but mostly for other people. My right eye is being so weird with me right now. 2-minute ad time. Yeah, I'm not apologizing for ads anymore. I can't do anything about them. So, not too long ago, ads were my primary source of income from Twitch. I need to remove ads. Hey Luna, how you doing? Yeah, before Ivy and Mike showed up, I made about probably like 15 to 20 bucks a month from ads. It's gone down to about 3. However, that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's gone down so much because Ivy and Mike have subscribed so many people to the channel that there's just not as many people watching them anymore. It's mostly Mike, let's be fair. I'm dropping the... Okay. It is mostly Mike. And whilst you may be a drop in the ocean compared to what Mike does. Everything else is still a drop in the ocean compared to what you do. So, credit where credit is due. Oh, I don't feel great. I'm enjoying painting the stone on night. Oh, okay. I hope whatever is causing you to not feel good passes soon. There is a lot going around this time of year. That sounded like a ship's air horn there for a moment. What, this? Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, it's a Hitachi wand, of course. I should probably put that to rest quickly. Oh dear. Apparently the bottom of this is caught on something. Something happens to be the freaking... Well, not actually a wand. I'm gonna make that joke, but you did that. No, thankfully it was a gift given to me from my partner, because I can't shake paints to the extent that you'd really want to. I kind of repetitive motion with force will just dislocate something. Yeah, it's life. It is what it does. When you live with it, you're not really precious about it. Like, my thumb's been subluxated for like 3 months now. Vortex Mixer, a game changer. It rescued so many paints that I thought were done. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, it can just put in like so much torque to it, and there's not really anything I could possibly do that would like thoroughly shake them to the extent that the mixer does. Where's number two? Where's number two? I've wondered about whether or not I should have like color coded my brushes that are being made so that you can tell them apart at a distance without seeing the words, but it should be fine. Right, let's go there. Okay, now that is pretty correct. We just need to adjust. I guess as good as we can get for it. Probably should have done the purple before I did the metallics down here, honestly. less less chance of going over the metallics then. Thankfully, brush control practices. Wait, also, I gift because you're very sweet and cool, and I like seeing good people rewarded. Thank you. That is very sweet of you to say. I am slowly getting better at accepting compliments, I think. On the topic of medical conditions, I suffer from one called vasovagal syncope, which causes my blood pressure to drop stupidly low if I stand up too fast. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I don't have that condition, but that is one of my symptoms. So I do understand what that's like. It's one of the primary symptoms of both POTS and Ehlers-Danlos. Sure is a far cry from how you were when I first joined your streams. Yes. Well, you've been slowly conditioning me. I've actually gotten a lot better at drinking, like regularly off stream as well, because of you. And correcting my posture more often as well. It's growth. I was also not really in a good like in a good place around the time you joined. So you didn't exactly see a good part of me at that point. I had very little self-worth. It is great. Now you're being watered regularly. Yeah. I haven't drank in almost a whole year. I mean actual normal drinks, not alcohol. If we're talking alcohol, I haven't drank alcohol since February. I have 2 drinks right now as well. I have tea and I have my sups. Didn't do the metallics on this one yet, so there's nothing for me to get in the way of at the top of this one. So normally I jokingly refer to tabards as dick towels. I have this very strong desire to not do that when regarding Slanesh models. I usually have Lucozade or Dr. Pepper. I would recommend throwing some water in there as well to give your kidneys a rest. As someone who used to be like a 4 sodas a day kind of person. Like the only bad thing in this is the caffeine content, but you know, I also function perfectly fine whilst having ingested enough caffeine to kill an elephant. I'm glad you're feeling more confident about yourself. Thank you. Although when I had the nerve pain recently, in my jaw, my tooth, I couldn't do cold drinks. And ordinarily, I can't stand room temperature like water. But wait, that my music stopped at the exact moment Becca came out of the bedroom. It's very strange. But yeah, I couldn't stand room temperature water, and now I can manage it fine because I had to for like a week. I could drink hot drinks because when you've got nerve pain, hot will sometimes soothe it or it'll do nothing. But cold is not good. Cold makes it worse. So I was drinking room temperature water for a week. We normally have like the 1.5. Yeah, there we go. 1.5 liter Highland Springs. I just keep like 2 or 3 of them in the fridge at any given time. I've just been drinking like the refills for the fridge for the last, well, not as much the last few days, but I have been still doing it. And probably have room temperature water occasionally just to like make sure I don't go back to hating it because yeah, I know what it is. The flavor of water comes from the temperature it's at, and I couldn't stand the taste of room temperature. Might sound silly, but also probably anyone in chat that's autistic is probably just there nodding away. Yep, that makes sense. I have 1 cup of coffee a day, usually if I want a hot drink, and it's tea. I have tea, coffee, or cappuccino. I've had 3 hot drinks today, I think. If we're counting last night when I was, well, technically this morning when I was still awake at like 3 a.m. or whatever, then 5. Oh, wrong one. Perfect sense, yes. I know my audience. I only have 1 hot and 1 cold drink so far today. You need to drink more. Like, not trying to mom you, but like, you really need to drink more. I've been up since 5:40. I went to bed at like 4ish, 5ish, and then I got back up about 8. Um, I'm personally bad at keeping up with hydration. Yeah, I mean, you can absorb 4 ounces of water every 15 minutes. And you need a recommended, I think it's 1.5 to 3 liters of water a day. Could be wrong about that. I think it's roughly there. That will also affect your heart issue or your blood pressure issue if you don't drink. I think I drink that much water in a week, yeah. But it's probably making your condition worse because it makes that particular symptom worse for Ehlers-Danlos if I'm not hydrated, it's a lot worse. And I'm more prone to dizzy spells. I'm not well hydrated, they'll start happening occasionally, even while I haven't gotten it up. Just like an adjustment. You're very fragile. I can't function without 2 coffees in the morning now. Ah. You require the caffeine, huh? I would love to know what it's like to have a drink just wake you up and give you energy. Sounds like cheating, honestly. I know, the thing is, when you've got other issues going, including those going on in your head, self-care goes out there. I know you're preaching to the choir. I will end up not being able to walk for a couple of days if I don't take good enough care of myself, and then I'll still not do it. Oh, I got quotes for a Pokemon tattoo. I think I'd like to go for it, but it's not something I can afford right now. It's very like the artist does very good work. Um, it was 600 for the day rate, 800 for the extended, and then 1,000 for the long day. And it might take 2 sessions to do. Glaceon, sorry, Shiny Umbreon, Suicune, and a Steelix, but in the style of the Crystal Onyx. Not in its usual colors. I loved the Crystal Onyx so much, but I like Steelix more than Onyx. That'd be amazing. I got so confused by people saying they felt buzzed after caffeine and sat there just gunning energy drinks without. Yeah, that's the thing. Like when you've got ADHD, the caffeine is a downer instead of an upper. Like if someone that has that is struggling to sleep, the best thing to do is gun an energy drink and then just go for a nap, and you'll sleep like a baby. Speaking of which, Becca normally takes 2.5 hours to fall asleep. She's been working nights this last week. She's been going to sleep instantly during the day, which is something that normally doesn't happen. Like she normally can't sleep during the day at all. And she's thriving being awake at night. Hello, Simon.
Jotun Hart played energy drinks for 1,000 channel points.
You can take anywhere from 15 minutes to 2 hours to fall asleep. Yeah, that's could be on the opposite rhythm to what you're working. See, for Becca, I didn't even consider it because she normally... Oh God, one sec. I haven't spoken all day, so I'm, you know, have to decrap my throat. But, yeah, for Becca, I didn't even consider that she could possibly be on like a reverse circadian rhythm because she's no good at nighttime. But no, it just turns out she has a very specific requirement for how long she needs to sleep, and she's been doing it at the wrong time of the day. I've always been the envy of my partner. It usually takes me 5 minutes to fall asleep. I don't choose to. I could stick a 1 minute ad break on right now and be asleep before you come out of it. It is the other side of the if I stand up or sit down, my heart rate spikes or drops. Which is that if I am not fully engaged, my central nervous system decides we're not needing all this energy, let's cut production for a bit. And I just pass out. Upside, I can fall asleep in around 40 seconds whenever I want. Downside, I will fall asleep in under 40 seconds whenever I don't want. Like, I can't just sit and relax anymore. I can't just chill on a couch. I have to be doing something. And if it's not engaging enough, I'm gone. So if anyone ever sees me like dancing along, like while I'm on my motorcycle in traffic or at some stoplights or something, know two things. One, there is no music playing in my headphones because I'm not wearing any. And two, it's not helmet confidence. I'm just trying to stay conscious. See, if I sleep in a bed, it can take forever to fall asleep, but I've been known to fall asleep on a 45-minute bus trip. I I won't. How do I even put this? I couldn't fall asleep on a bus for the simple fact that it's not safe for me to fall asleep on a bus. Big mood. That's pretty much engagement or death there. Yeah. Having the helmet on does make me act a little bit extra because I'm not worried about things as much. But speaking of snoozing, I'm gonna crash my sofa for half an hour. Okay. Good luck falling asleep. Oh, Simon, something 5 to 30, but I rarely sleep more than 2 hours. Yeah. We had something arrive. Oh, damn it! I need to. Let's get a brace for my thumb or something. Obviously, being able to hold things on the weight of your thumb is kind of used for a lot of things. Because even if you pick it up this way, like the thumb is the counterbalance. The thing is being held by your hand, but the weight is being held by your thumb, holding it up. I can't do either way with my left hand properly, because that stupid thumb was not staying in. Thanks. Either I fall asleep by choice or by accident, but it won't be conscious for the next 10 minutes. We actually thought I was narcoleptic for a while because I was falling asleep waiting for the kettle to boil. So oh, right, I didn't show the box. We got a delivery, Simon. The Two Thin Coats dark art stuff. It's great because I'm going to use some of these on the Space Wolves. I love this patch. I have no idea what I'm going to put this patch on though. Like, I could put it on my gaming bag. On my work hoodie, but... Hey Phaedrus, how you doing? We have an enamel pin. I like that they've put the double pin on it as well. We have a little Two Thin Coats Dark Arts thing as well. Battle jacket. Yeah, the hobby battle jacket. I don't actually own a battle jacket. I mean, that's my work hoodie, which isn't going to be accurate anymore because I'm changing my username, but we got them for conventions a couple of years ago. I wore that to Warhammer Fest 2023. How goes it? It goes. How go for you? Green Danger Noodle, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Yeah, we have warm brown ink. We have tobacco ink. We have pustule ochre. Second. You missed the segment earlier where I was guessing the weights of various guessing the various weights of paints. Cult Master Green. Blood Red Sky. Accurately is the word I should throw in there. Accurately guessing. Ancient Iron. Animus Black. I'm curious what Ancient Iron with a dark wash over the top and then dry brush with a silver will look like. Cinderborn Brown. Malign Yellow. Grindhouse Orange. White ink. Welcome back. Okay, didn't know you'd gone. I was going through it. It's fine. Cherubic White. Blight Cream. Which sounds like what happens when a Death Guard's very, very happy. Not well. Body hates me. Won't go TMI. Nothing nasty. May want to consider continuing reducing sugar intake in the future. Oh dear. I dropped my phone. Okay. I went cold turkey cut sugar once, and God, that was horrible. Dystopian's Dust. I like the idea of this with bone wash over the top for easy bone. Archon Orange. Filet Red. Ironclad Silver. Same thing as the other one, the Ancient Iron. I want to do the same with that one. What did I do? This one. Noir Brown. Haven't heard of Dark Arts before. These are Two Thin Coats, but they're new range. Altar Ivory. These are the whites that I was talking about needing for the Terminators as well. Brown ink. Deep red ink. Crypt grey. Divination white. Diablo red. Abhorrent ochre. Black ink.
Lizard.
Diabolical green.
Lizard.
Old brown metal. Same one again. I think the metals.
Jotun Hart played Lizard for 1500 channel points.
Mask Flesh and Betrayer Green. Bruce Brain with paints. Oh, the lizard. Did I see the new Iron Sulfane lads and the big boys? I have not. We've got a little burned in MDF dry brush palette that I will not use. Not because it's bad or anything, because it's pretty and I don't want to ruin it. Plus, I'm making my own, so like using my own dry brush palette is kind of the best advertisement I can give for my own product, you know? Actually, I think got a Duncan face. It's actually the thing I think that Duncan has slightly, in my opinion, messed up with his Painting Academy content. I don't understand why he made his own paint range. You need to talk about what file format your burner needs. Sure. I'll let you know when I know. It just arrived today, like an hour ago. But yeah, I don't understand why he wouldn't use his own products for his thing. For those that weren't here yesterday at the end of stream, by the way, this is what the Terminator's looking like. Hey, Ithra, how you doing? So the hammer's not necessarily 100% done. It'll evolve over the point where them, but yeah, banner hammers are amazing. Thank you. I wanted to make it look, you know, glowy. I may have just accepted the offer with the new employer. That's awesome. Congrats. You've not missed a lot tonight. We ranted about Amazon. In two different ways because I was annoyed. Amazon can suck it. I agree. I know you don't like them in any case. Unfortunately, most of the places that I can get things now, they're being drop shipped from somewhere else anyway. So, yeah. I got the new warband and additional Herald of Beelzebub because apparently I can have up to 4 of them. Wow. Yeah. But yeah, of the first thing that annoyed me about them today was that they marked a package as, or several packages as handed to resident. I had to go hunting all over outside to go and find them because they were not handed to the resident. Like, if it was put in a safe place, just tell me and leave a damn picture so I can go straight there. But yeah, the other part was that I ordered a leather plated miniskirt. And it said it was going to arrive Friday, which is good because that meant I could wear it to the concert and also to the tournament the next day. And then they updated the shipping notice on it to between January 2nd and January 12th. Leather. I think it was supposed to be leather, but it is probably pleather. Let's be honest. Finding an actual leather pleated miniskirt is difficult. Which concert? That would be 3 Days Grace. quite likely the album that we are currently listening to right now. Nearly done another good, red gobbo. Nice. Can have 4, but only 2 of them can have compound eye helmets, so the other 2 would be pointless. I'll tell my kids you're seeing in 3D. Oh. You probably wouldn't want them going where they're being shown either, though. Like, we're seeing them at Brixton. I have all of them done by the end of the week. Nice. My goal by the end of the week is to finish my Terminators. Yeah, no, I've been listening to 3 Days Grace since I was 15. So they helped me get through high school. Also, like any other year, I'd have been like, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna see 3 Days Grace, but I would have really loved if it was Adam Gontier frontlining them still. He's back. The other singer hasn't left. I have not learned his name. The other singer hasn't left. They're just duetting it. I'm not sure I'd have an issue with Brixton. I saw 3 colors, red in Leeds. Um, Brixton isn't exactly the safest for women. It's been renovated to a degree, but it's still not safe. So we're going late. We're arriving late after the doors are already open and people are filing in and everything, so that we're not out for too long. I'm wearing sensible shoes. And the issue is nowhere really is. Okay, that bit is extra not safe. Thought I'd say hi. I'm gonna cook some food for partner now. Have fun. Okay, I hope food go well. Thank you for dropping by. Okay, Simon. But yeah, now it's not super safe. The tube is relatively close by. We won't be sticking around. Daughter wants new boots for Christmas. She wants knee-high platform Dockers, but also considering alternatives. Thoughts? Has she stopped growing yet? Because that's a huge consideration. Thing is, a lot of brands are kind of shit now anyway, because like finding genuine leather boots is difficult. Just size 3 feet, but has done for 5 years. So you know that. Yeah, see, I went up. What? I went up 9 inches in height and 2 or 3 shoe sizes in my very last like 9 months at school. if she doesn't keep her drinking coffee. Just give her 2 coffees a day, and until she reaches her 20s. Make sure that she stays. But yeah, so generally you can get away with a size higher as well with like thick fluffy socks. That'll like somewhat future proof just in case. Um she's I would say don't spend too much on something just because she's at the age where potentially could, you know, could be outsized really quickly. But it really depends on like what kind of a vibe she wants with it. Good quality leather boots are so difficult to find nowadays. My last Doc Martens fell apart in like 6 months. Yep, because they've botched the quality of them now. I don't even know if I own any true leather boots anymore. I had a really nice knee-high pair when I was in college that a dog unfortunately took a liking to and had for dinner. Um, it was quite cross. Um, Demonias don't really last anymore, but like they are pretty and depends on how much use you'll get out of them. Rocket Dog is kind of generally like inexpensive and will last a few years. Maybe. Depends on use again. If you're wearing them every single day. New rocks are more sturdy for sure. But it is a different style and also a vast difference in expense. Like you expect Demonias to cost somewhere between 80 and 130 ish. New rocks are like from the upper end of Demonia to like double it. Um, I have a knockoff pair of New Rocks that wasn't bad, but unfortunately, like part of it has come undone and it's difficult to fix. Dockers are 250. Although honestly, I would say don't ever buy a pair of Doc Martens now for 2 reasons. One, there's almost nothing you can do to stop them from genuinely hurting your feet. It doesn't really matter anymore like how much you wear them in or anything, just they will suck. There is an off-brand that makes higher quality versions of Doc Martens than Doc, but I can't think what their name is right now. I'll try and remember for you though. I'm very sad my pair of fake Doc Martens fell apart. They were quite nice. Unfortunately, the sole went. And I could potentially rip it out and redo it, but it I don't have good experiences with sole replacement. So for a pretty pair that wears in fast, would you recommend Demonia? I mean, if you're wanting dock-like boots, I'd say no. If you want standard leather ankle boot, Army Surplus is probably a good thing to try. True. It depends though, because like Army Surplus is a very specific vibe, and it's kind of whilst the rest of the outfit can pull it in a different direction, you won't find a size 3. Army Surplus tends to be a bit more of like a butch vibe rather than a femme. You can get some cute ones from other places, but most of the ones you'll find online or in stores will be like drop shipped, really cheap quality, very thin soled ones. Let me go find that brand for you. Demonias tend to be a bit more extra in presentation, and they'll last either a good long while or they won't. Old Demonias last a lot longer. Oh, there's a point. I do have a definite pair of leather boots, which is Demonia's old ones. But they're so old they didn't have a zip. Butch vibe or extremely punk aesthetic, yeah. Although you can get more of a femme vibe with the alternative aesthetic by just like getting some that have patterns and stuff on them. Oh, so I typed in Doc Martens alternatives, and someone's comment is, to be clear, Docs are in a race to the absolute bottom in terms of quality. It's like someone bought Coca-Cola and the cans are still red, but they're filled with urine instead of soda now. The current owners have murdered the brand and are now in the process of extracting what value they can out of the name. Knockoff 90s discount store imitation Docs are of much higher quality than the current products are. People are recommending a brand called Solo Bear. If you get vinyl boots, they will last less than regular leather. Why did it? There you go. That is the brand that's being recommended. What is that? All this talk of Docs makes me miss my trip pants. I don't know what trip pants are, I'll be honest. Those do go down to a size 3. They're supposed to be comfier as well. I think you said you wanted knee-high, didn't you? I don't know if we'll find knee-high in there. Mid-calf is pretty normal. Having a quick peruse. I mean, honestly, the real answer is thrift. Checking eBay is fantastic for it. Stop switching my screens. Bondage pants. Oh, is it the one that have the 2 belts across the back? like I know you don't like Amazon, but I don't know how you feel about eBay. I get a lot of my clothes secondhand from eBay because it's really good for finding stuff. Um, just looking back to what exactly how you worded it. Knee-high and platform docks. This time of year is knee-high boot season as well. Fun solo season. Means riding boots, jeans, and a keep warm vest. Um, those are over now. So I'm just having a quick look for F. Those could work. Switch to auction. Okay, a lot of these are not the sort of styles you'll want your daughter walking around in. I'll DM you a few options. Those are hideous. There's a little bit of a heel on a couple of them. I don't know how either of you feel about heels versus platform. To me, it's basically the same thing, and like you're just going taller. But then there are people that see heels as being inherently like a certain kind of way. There we go. Hot Topic is generally considered icky, but as a baby goth, it was kind of baby's first alternative clothes shop. Yeah, 100%. Um, oh, there's a point. So yeah, I've linked you some thoughts. EMP. I don't know what their footwear collection is like. Alternative footwear would be a good one as well. Women boots. Women size. Oh shit! I don't know what size is for. I don't know what EU size 3 is. I think it only goes down to size 5 on here though. That's another option. Koi. I keep seeing Koi about. Nope. Let's see. Shop all knee-high boots. That. UK size 3. Okay, those are very, very fluffy. Very Monster High. Oh, because they are branded Monster High, that's why. Dum, 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 dum. I mean, that is quite... UK3 is an EU 35 to 36. Thank you. Again, I don't know if she's leaning more alternative, more punk, more goth, etc. So the last one was... And I'll go to one last website. Let's see, we want new women's boots, platform boots, size 3. Okay, those are not. It's also just kind of hard to gauge, I'll be honest. Because, like, interesting, UK sizes are almost the same as US. I've got big grippers. I'm a UK 12.5, it looks like. I don't know what the difference between US and UK is, roughly. I just know that US and UK both translate into EU most commonly, so I just make sure that I compare it against that. You know what? I think if I'm getting her vibrate, I think she'd probably enjoy these. Oh, and shocker, they're demonious. I'll leave those ones be. Alrighty. Oh, stop moving to the other screen, you stupid thing. EU, I'm a 40. A US 13 is a 12.5. Huh. I wonder if it scales like that all the way down. Your dress sizing upsets me. I still remember the craze about size 0, and that was a big thing. Dress sizing in general upsets me because you can buy 3 of the same women's sizes everywhere, stupid, because they're not actually a true sizing method. So you could buy. So a couple of examples. You could buy three things in, say, a dress size 12, which is what I am, in a store, and all three of them will fit differently. 3 different brands, 3 different sizes for the same size. The frustrating thing though is you can't even go, okay, so in this one brand, I am this size. Because you could buy 3 of the same item of clothing from the same brand in different colors and they'll all fit differently. They just don't care. I've seen a number of like startups over the years where it's like it's women's fashion by women for women, true to size. And unfortunately, they almost always go under because the prices are more because you're smaller and you can't have profit margins so tiny. So they don't survive. It's really unfortunate. Men's pants in the US are simply by waist inches, and shirts are all based off the same small to XL. But like, what if, like, you're built different? Like, that doesn't work, surely. Like, I never remember what my leg length is. But then I don't buy pants very often, and mostly wear skirts or dresses anyway. So the only like measurements I actually remember for myself is my bust, waist, and hips, and under bust. That one generally doesn't matter unless like you're buying like lingerie, which I don't typically buy because I have no confidence. My legs are just about the only thing I am confident in. Women's clothes also just scale up in sizing in bigger sizes, forgetting that a 10 scaled up to a 20 doesn't take into account the difference in bust, waist, hip. Yeah. We have an additional modifier for T for tall folks with longer trunks. I see. Curious. There was a tape measure here. It's on the other side now. Along with half the stuff that was on this. Where do you measure from? Is it the inside of your leg? US women's clothing basically try on everything because it's like a box of chocolates. Yeah, to be fair, I have a American pair of like they're not quite bell bottoms, but they're kind of close. They're flared, but they're a bit more flared than flared, but not quite bell bottom. And they used to fit amazingly. I need to reduce my waist size a little bit again, but good God, they upset my ex when I wore them. Inside of the leg, generally in the vicinity of. Okay, I will measure the top of my leg, I guess. Then how low down do you go? Do you go to your ankle or like the ball of your ankle or? Okay. I think I'm a 26 or a 27-inch leg, I guess. It's about where it's landing. From like the the ball of my ankle to right at the top of the inside of my thigh. I don't think I've ever measured that before. I just try a pair of size 12 pants, and if they don't fit, I get annoyed and I try a 14 or a 10. And if that doesn't work, I try a different brand, different color. Rinse and repeat. Or if it's not jeans, I take it to my mom and I get something a little bit bigger than I need. I take it to my mom and she helps me fix it. It's having a mum that does seamstress work is useful. She has on more than one occasion got so fed up with like commercial clothes buying that she has just made her own clothes for a while. I have short legs for a tall guy. I'm only really a 30, but I always get 32 because I prefer my pants to cover my shoes. Fair enough. I usually get tall shirts for a size larger. For me, it depends. If I'm getting a women's cut shirt, I will get them like usually medium's fine for me. Sometimes a large, depending on the brand. If I'm getting a unisex one, which there's no such thing as unisex, they're just built for like guys typically, and they call them unisex to tell us that we can buy them too. Anyway, those ones, like this one, goes down to like the bottom of my butt. I will get those ones a little bit larger, and I'll just like kind of wear them more like a dress. Hmm. Mm. I kind of want to add an additional highlight to that, but you know what? I don't think it needs them. Frustrating thing is, it's definitely gotten worse over time because I have clothes from the end of high school that still fit me. And they're like better than modern clothes. But grown at a normal rate, there might be a few more clothes that I had that were still left over from that, but growing that much in 9 months kind of messes that up a little. Stomach is rumbling. Time to make food. Yeah, it sounds like good food time. It's lunchtime after October. Because if you have to replace them every few months, they keep making sales. Yeah, I know. I can't think what brand it was. I think they made like a washing machine or something, or a dishwasher. Like it's like the air fryer market. There was a huge boom in air fryers, and they have this weird notion that like they have to make record sales after record sales year after year, and it doesn't make any sense. Like it's not sustainable. it is a bubble. It bursts. That's why like Ninja has like split off into other products now as well. Where we've got like more high tech toasters and fucking all sorts. What's your food guilty pleasure that is childish? I enjoy dino shaped chicken nuggets, not gonna lie, not ashamed. I mean, I am a very open, like, dino girly. I love chicken. Well, I normally don't have chicken nugget dinosaurs. We have like turkey dinosaurs, which is the only time I really eat turkey. Which is it's nice. It's nice. Guilty pleasure food that's childish. I guess it depends on your definition of childish. Like I can 100% go for turkey dinosaurs and smiley faces any day. But fruit leathers, they're fruit roll-ups here. Pop Tarts, I like Pop Tarts. They got rid of my favorite flavor though, so I haven't had a Pop Tart in a year. They're really bad calorie and like sugar wise. I mean, food guilty pleasures would be like sometimes I make 8 ounces of cake mix and just eat it. Very cherry. UK beige banquet is very nostalgic. What is beige banquet? Huh? Apparently, my paints have just arrived. Stuff like smiley faces. Oh, right. Wait, beige banquet. Oh, is it because they're right? They're the same kind of color. Um, but yeah, sometimes like I can eyeball the recipe for Victoria sponge cake, my grandmother's recipe. Um, and I know that it's about 1,200 calories for the minimum. Hi Rube, Bay, hello Ruby chat. Rube, oh, hello G, how are you? Um, yeah, the minimum like ingredient threshold for the cake is 1 egg because I can't do less than 1 egg. Um, so I can eyeball the recipe for that particular cake from that. However, it doesn't often actually make it to the. I was calling you. No, I got confused because obviously we've got Dawn as Bay as well, so I was confused. I realized what you were saying afterwards, but I'm fine with people putting spins on my name as long as it's not a rude one. That said, childhood friend was my manager at one point, and she has a daughter that's called Ruby as well, and she has a nickname for her daughter that she also now uses on me as well, which is just Ruby Booby. She caught another coworker trying to call me that, and just like went off on him. Right, I'll be back in 1 sec. I'm singing it like Ruby Baby, like Britney Spears. I see, I see. 1 sec. I'm just gonna check outside my front door. Well, it was so cold outside I had to go to the bathroom because it affected my bladder. It's not here. Oh, Ruby, YouTube offered me 2 months of premium, like essentially premium, but ads still on music channels. I don't listen to music on YouTube generally, so I was like, woo, free stuff. That's fair. I started that with YouTube Premium, and then I ended up having it stay because it was actually really useful to not have ads. Yeah, so the reason I had to go outside just then was because I got a notification from oh shit, I forgot to do Peaches Go Live. There we go. All right, so yeah, I got a notification from Throne saying my gift, my paints had been delivered, and they have not. Like, I could be wrong. They could have hidden it somewhere. So let me go with an actual torch. One sec. But given like who normally delivers these, it should be an issue. Yeah, nothing. Nothing at all. That's unfortunate. Don't have porch privacy. No, that's the thing. I have a camera on my door. And no one has been to my door in the last hour and a bit. The last person to come near my front door was Becca. So I need to report that as lost. Okay, no photo. I don't get to see that. Colin complained to Amazon. It's not my package technically, so I can't. It's via Throne. So I've had to submit a thing. Does your camera pick animals up too? It picks everything up. We have it set a little bit too sensitive on purpose. That's a pity. It's really expensive set as well. Like it's 10 golden flow acrylics. Golden high flow acrylics. It's like £65 or something. But yeah. Ordinarily I'd recommend waiting to people, but if the courier has marked it as delivered with the intention of like bringing it tomorrow or something, that's on them for lying. If they've left it at another address, that's also on them. And yeah, so I'm not feeling guilt about this one. I've just put in the message that I've marked it as lost, and I've said or stolen, sorry, and I've mentioned in it that we have a Ring camera that covers the entirety of our property, and no one has been picked up on it for hours. There's no sign of a package anywhere on my property, and yeah. I said ordinarily I would recommend people like wait and stuff, but either they've I'm getting tired of it now. Either they've lied and they've marked it as delivered before they've delivered it, or like it's actually been stolen. Generally, our drivers don't do that kind of stuff. But we have had issues in the past with drivers marking things as delivered and then like finishing up their run for the night. I don't know if it affects like how they're paid or something. Like it's not the equivalent of telling your boss, yeah, I got that done, and then like getting it done tomorrow quickly before they come in. Like we paid for shit. That's not okay. Oh, it is what it is. The report is submitted. We've got to wait now, I'm afraid. But no, all I got in the email was the merchant has informed us that your gifts have been delivered. Best wishes, Throne. I've never had to really deal with it before. Address is all correct. Response to a tracking request from Throne is your tracking link or... Okay. There's a tracking link. I'm willing to bet it's every. It's not. Is it Royal Mail? Not Royal Mail. Yeah, UPS. Okay. We'll try Universal Package Tracker. It's Universal Amazon Logistics is apparently there. It could be Yodel. Maybe. Royal Mail could be so bad they have a habit of letters getting delivered in batches. Which means people can get council tax reminders in a few days or a month late. Yeah. So it says that it's being delivered via Amazon Logistics. Um, and it gives me a tracking number. However, the tracking number is not recognized anywhere. There's no way to track Amazon Logistics. There's no tracking link. So tracking number this, tracking company that, and then tracking link blank. Right. It also says it says item status delivered, estimated delivery Friday the 5th. So they may have just they may have marked it as delivered and they're going to deliver it in a day or two. If that's the case, then that's cool, I get my stuff. But I'm not letting them get away with that again. It's a shitty thing to do. I will pull the health card if I have to. One of those things is not like the others. Exactly. I've missed appointments because the letter inviting me to sign up for it didn't show up until a week later. Yeah. Our Royal Mail is generally quite good in this area. But yeah, it's the Amazon Direct ones that have been the biggest issue. But then Amazon does sketchy shit. Like, you know, their payment stuff. A lot of it is like, we're not going to pay you what you're supposed to pay you. We'll pay you based on your deliveries. according to Google, my address doesn't exist. Yeah, ours was like that for a while because it's fresh build. Make sure I'm actually on camera. I think I've taken a really long time just to do this bit. This building's older than my grandpa. Oh. I don't know how long my last house was. How old, rather. Oh, my heart rate still hasn't gone back to normal yet. 83. Most of the houses in Hull are not that old, but it did get bombed during to shit during World War II. That's true. See, this town didn't even exist back then. There's a lot of towns around here that are basically just like, the local town overgrew itself and now we need to build like what is essentially a housing estate with a shop. Housing estate, a shop, and a takeaway. If you need anything actually substantial, you'll have to go into the next town or a couple towns over or something like that. There's a lot of them around here. Or it's a village that started from like they stuck a gas station on a road. And then like it expanded from there, or there was a pub at a cross junction, and then a town sprouted up from that. 1912. Ooh. Hull has one big Tesco and one super big Tesco. We sure are privileged. And the nearest Tesco is 20 minutes away. Used to live closer to a big Tesco. A big Tesco to do the big shop at. Back when a loaf of bread was under £1. Speaking of, I think the Brits will appreciate this one. There was an American talking about how like we don't measure inflation through normal means. We measure it based on the price of Freddos, and mentioned that they were 10p each, or used to be 10p each in this little video thing, and all of the comments were going, they were 5p. It's funny because it was the first thing I said while I was watching it. Proven point, exactly. Aliens will visit our extinct planet and see the cost of Freddos and need to know no more. Exactly. Okay, chat. Fuck off. Are they 35p? Are you seriously telling me that Freddos are 7 times inflation price now? Insanity. Absolute insanity. I'm clearing out some of my notifications because I got so many that I wasn't getting any new notifications as a result. You can get a Freddo, a Dairy Milk, and an Oreo train kit. Eat your heart out, Gundam. Oh, great, Cadbury. Yeah, potentially hot take. Who knows? Caramel Freddos are superior to Freddos. Hot take or a lukewarm take? Cold take? What do you think? Where do you sit? I didn't know caramel Freddos existed until today. Oh yeah, they're my favorite. Love caramel Freddos. Loved. I haven't been able to afford them for a decade. Caramel ones used to be called Taz's, and they came in the shape of Taz. Were they? Because you can get caramel Freddos right now. Yeah, they just had gold at the top. Let me see if I can find a 5p marked one. No, that's a 5-pack. Fuck me, this one's 39p. I think that's the original look for them, but I'm not sure. What's that one? Apparently you could also get a popping candy version. We have 4-pack of Freddos these days. I don't remember having Taz's, but I definitely had caramel Freddos. Probably a 4-pack of Freddos. I mean, that would be, at least a tenner. No, you can't even buy 4 Freddos for £1 anymore. Because they're 35p each. That's what the fucking Freddo is, yeah. Little frog chocolate bars. They're about yay big. About what, 3 inches? Either they they're frog shaped. Okay, I've got a question for you, chat. America always judges inflation by gas or ammo prices. Both of those things can also change by conflict without anything else changing, though. Don't do it by hot dogs. Or no, because they come in the wrong sizes. It's offset by Costco. That's why. What is this is a question for everyone in chat. What is the extinct snack from your childhood that you miss the most? We do it by Warhammer kits, don't we? I mean, that wouldn't work. Just because, like, you can track the price of you can track the price of you can track the date by the cost of Warhammer because it just steadily increases. Yeah, sure. I'll allow drinks. Are you gonna go with Sunny Delight or are you going with Panda Pops? Dunkaroos, although they came back yes, they did. They did. That was the breadsticks with the cheese dip, right? Cheer wine. 40k facts actually do match inflation as well. Yeah. Cadbury Spirals. See, you made me think of Curly Whirlies, but I don't know what Cadbury Spirals were. Oh, okay, this one was not well base coated. So Dunkaroos with the biscuits of frost. Oh, those! They were half-shaped cups, right? No, they were full cup, and in the top there was a half-shaped, like filled with the frosting, wasn't it? You could get some that were vanilla, some that were chocolate, that were caramel, right? Cheerwine was a local cherry-flavored soda that existed in American Southeast to Midwest. Made it about as far as Texas. Oh, that's interesting. I've not come across that one. In glass bottles. Panda Pop, it's gone. Yeah. Which was your favorite flavor of Panda Pop? I liked the blue raspberry and the cherry. Although the Coke was nice compared to like regular Coke. Ours had a compartment that was for the cookies and another part was for dip. It was like chocolate, vanilla, etc. Cherry was alright. Still drinking cherry. I prefer the chocolate. Fair. They made it for a while with some specialty soda revivers, but it didn't sell enough to stay alive. Yeah, for that kind of thing, you need like very good, like buying in from millennials. Spirals were available to 2005. They were hollow, twisted. Oh, wait, were they double colored? So they were like kind of beigey, but with other color like browns and stuff like kind of mixed in. I think I remember those. No, just milk chocolate all the way through. I see. Okay. Bassett's did a sweet range. It had lore as well. It was great. I mean, Bassett's still got a sweet range, haven't they? The hearts of my enemies, for none have survived. Ugh. I miss. Does anyone remember the ice cream called a feast? Yeah, yeah, they were called feasts. You can still get the regular plain chocolate ones today, but the mint variant stopped being made years ago, and it was the one that I actually liked. I also miss old school style Soleros. Those were super yummy. I don't miss fruit polos. Feasts are amazing. Yeah, I liked the mint ones so much. Do they still do maxi buns? Does anyone remember those? Where it's like hard. It's an ice cream that's hard chocolate on one side with ice cream inside it, and then the other half is like soft wafer with ice cream between it as a sandwich. Really yummy. They cost £1.10 in 1999, I think. I read on them excessive consumption may cause a lactive effect. On my third pack. Lative? Is that supposed to be lactive? Because that is a very funny mental picture of someone ate too many fruit polos and just started lactating terribly. Laxative. Okay, that's slightly different. Yes. I mean, to be fair, that's true of any mint-based thing. You have too much mint, you'll shit yourself. Like, I can't think who it is that does the strong mints. White and green packet, red logo. They're just called strong mints, maybe. Anyway, they mention on it that like mint, mint has a laxative based property. So like if you do consume too much of it, you will, you know, need to. Trebor, that's the one. Thank you. Yes. I had to work with someone for a while that like had recently quit smoking and they took up eating those instead. I miss polo holes. Yeah, the polo holes were good. I have a terrible suspicion that like they were just separately like made, not actual centers, but which I get the feeling that they probably were separately made because otherwise, they wouldn't turn down the extra profit of having those as a product as well to cut down on waste. So sugary mint snacks, I stopped struggling. Yeah, I remember like the little packs of them were good as well. It was also a good like rival product to Tic Tacs, even though they were not the same flavor. Cadbury Snowflake. I did like those, yeah. Um, one that I'm sad about is Matchmakers. So I can't have dark chocolate because dark chocolate for some reason gives me severe migraines. And um, it does mean that like matchmakers were an ideal one for me because they were just milk chocolate. Milk chocolate mint is really rare.
I mean, I've done like a bunch for. I still need to crack on actually and finish painting those. Ah no, whack.
But they've recently changed it to dark chocolate.
Again, Peach, you're going the wrong way. So what I did was I sprayed. So I used my method for doing terrain, certainly wooden terrain. I wanted to try something out. I was like, can I make this work?
I'm really sad about it. So now I can't eat very much of it. It's a mix of dark and light chocolate, or dark and milk chocolate. Here, a video. Oh, my bad.
Because those fumes ain't going to be a problem, are they?
Thank you for that. Sorry, you're not supposed to be able to hear Peach in the background. I just turned my volume up. Thank you for that. I forgot I had to turn my desktop audio on yesterday. Oh god, have you been hearing my music in stereo at all? No, you shouldn't do actually, because that was desktop audio. Have you been hearing my music in stereo this whole time? Thank you for mentioning it. Okay, that's fine. Fair enough. Fair enough. What time am I supposed to be doing Dark Angels from? Eight. Heavens, the coverage of this purple is not fantastic. Maybe it's because I've thinned it down so much, who knows? Monster Munch did vanilla ice cream. Did they? That's such a weird flavor, though. That is such a weird flavor. They did in 2003? Oh, okay. Yeah, I never knew about that either. I've never been a fan of Monster Munch, though. I didn't really rate them. The retailers at the moment, they have Stranger Things Black Garlic. Hmm. Here's another thing I just never really rated. I'm so not into Stranger Things. I'm not going to yuck anyone else's yum for it, though. That's kind of worked. Right. 50 minutes to do something related to these. I don't really want to corrupt my palette, so I'm going to put down some Chronos flesh. Some of these have fleshy bits on them. Not that one though. But you, yes, you have. Let's switch up the playlist because we've listened to this one for a while now. Who do we listen to? I haven't listened to this album yet. Chronos Flash is a really good flash tone. It gives a great golden skin tone. Should add some yellow dots to the armor. No. You know full well I don't like Mr. Blobby. Also, it's commission, so we stick to the brief. I miss black on the tummy. Yes, so I will have a drink and I will stretch, etc. Oh, this hurts my left arm. Oh. Wait. Oh, right. Thank you for that, Ivy. I appreciate it. Any flesh? No flesh. Any flesh? No flesh. Any flesh? Also no effect. Did I just put a shitload of this on my palette for no reason? I remembered it being on 2 of them. Kind of assumed it would be on all 6 of them, you know? Always gonna look out for you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Once you've done those noise marines, how much more of this commission is left? Reasonable amount, to be honest, because I've been dragging my heels with it. The second portion of it might be delayed because the client is going through some like turmoil. Like there's more important things than war dollies. Okay, why is it? Did it just play the same song over and over? That wasn't intentional. Sorry about that. Oh, it's a single, that's why. You dumbass. We're supposed to be on playlists. Yeah. Hit randomize 5 times. But yeah, I've dragged my heels with this a bit. These are the most detailed parts. Well, the most detailed models, I think. I'll be pushing the greens, like I said. Everything else is going to be like fairly minimal. You'll have your pop color. Oh shit, these are not the only noise marines. There's 6 more of the fuckers. I forgot. Alright. None on that one. None on that one. None on that one. Some on that one. Some on that one. That's 5. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 5. There it is. None on that one. Oh, this one's got 2. Oh, shit, my bad. That is not flesh. I just assumed from the studying, I'll be honest. That's an actual armor plate. That was an actual armor plate with studs instead. It doesn't look... It doesn't look like armor at first, though. It looks like a freaking, like, ribbed toy. Yes, I realise that's very on Slanesh brand, but still. We've got it on this leg as well. So this one doesn't have any at all. Your shoulder pad just come off. It did. All right then. Okay, well, I guess there is only one. Highlander rules, there can only be one. You can't have your molecular bonding studs on some heretic studies. Oh, can't not. Yeah. I like the pyramidy ones that they added some. How are you adding the black panel lining? What black panel lining? You mean the panel lining on this? That I've already done? It's just ink. Or are you asking like, am I going to add further lining? I didn't want to go with black because it would like desaturate everything, so I went with muted violet, which also desaturated things but kept it like it went to saturation rather than lack of. Yeah, I prefer to not like shade to black anymore. I like saturation. I have to try like the text. I mean, Winsor and Newton's fine as well. They're just inks. The inks there will work just as good as. Do I have an ink on hand? Do I have one? I have an ink somewhere here. Is that an ink? Nope, that's frost. Are you an ink? No, you're also frost. Are you an ink? You are an ink. These kinds of inks would work fine as well. It's like, you've got to find the right color. The color is the important bit. You could also just like use a speed paint or something. I just watered mine down with a shitload of what is it called? Flow improver. Flow improver, drying retarder. Right, I cannot fix that right now. I see why it came off though. So I've got 35. I do find contrast paint stuff does do what I'm wanting as well. Yeah. we'll do these ones here. I just have to use the restroom quickly. I'll be back in just a minute. Oh, it's a shame I like this sun. Right. Sorry for that, folks. I've been drinking a lot though. Right. Sorry, just correcting OBS because it messed up. Keeps doing this thing where it splits itself off. Right, so these I figured since we're doing... And how is my brush gone? My brush. Here it is. Since we're doing the flesh bits, we'll do that now. You have no flesh. That was a waste of my time. Yeah, this one's got 2 bits of flesh. Makes up for that one. Okay, this one's got some as well. These ones do tend to have more of it because I deliberately put more fleshy bits on the tormentors, infractors, because you know they're like with blades and everything. I figured they'd be the ones that would have flesh on them because they'd be carving it up. Whereas you know, like the ones with guns probably wouldn't hold as much flesh because they're killing people from a distance instead. Makes for some interesting kind of like breaking up of the armor. Maybe from Corpses of Slaves. Do you feel like all Marines will fight over the best skin? Maybe, maybe. The question is like, is it decoration? Is it like trophy? I guess it depends on why they have the flesh. I've done one of these ones specifically. Oh, I didn't do it on the other one. I was like, oh, I've done one of these before. Like, what's... Oh, I forgot to on this one. But it's a good question. I guess it depends on what the significance of the flesh is. I imagine some of them might even be wearing their own flesh. Like self-mutilation is pretty standard for Slanesh. Flesh is my favorite face. There is some faces on some of them. Like the flayed ones kit. There was a bit on the flayed ones that I was like, this doesn't look quite right. Why is this like this? Turns out that there was those extra fingers that were like added onto the hand. In the bit that like the flayed one was wearing like a suit. I thought it just like wasn't seated properly. But nope, it was fingers. It was just fingers, that's all. I'm so glad I don't have to work in the machine pit. Things could be worse. It could be worse. You could work for the Night Lords. Actually, no. At least the Night Lords only kill you. I have no idea what to do for my food tonight. I haven't got a lot in right now because shopping's kind of been delayed with Becca being on nights. She's gonna do a shop tomorrow morning on the way home though. I could have pie. That would be a good satiating food. Could also have ramen, which would be the exact opposite. feel like a lot of these fleshy kind of extras that you can add to the models, if you just did them in like a very different paint scheme, like if you were to if you were to do them more bloodied, it would work well for like say Corn or Night Lords specifically. That's why I'm kind of doing them like tanned leather kind of thing. Like there's virtually no moisture in them or anything. It's just like baked leather kind of vibe. Down for a moment. See, now I'm questioning, have I done all the other ones? I haven't. Maybe I just didn't get around to it. Yeah, maybe I only did like the sergeant of the squad. What's his name? The obsessionist. Maybe I only did the obsessionist for that squad. I guess we'll find out in a sec. Oh, I wonder what color the demon princes will be when I do those. Probably purple, I would guess. With maybe pink accents, but I don't think the skin would be the same color. The armor on the demon would be the same color, though. I would imagine. The song is still amazing. Avril is still amazing. Avril is eternal. Yeah, see, that's the one where I did it before. That's why I know that it looks good for it. Let's just adjust focus slightly for this. Yeah, so that one was the obsessionist, I think. Yeah, and this one has it as well. Though for some reason, I did the spikes on this before I did the flesh. Flyleaf? Yeah. I like flyleaf. Go back and eat. Okie dokie. I hope you eat something good. I think I might just eat ramen for dinner. I'm not sure. It would be quick. I'm still sad that I didn't get my cheesecake last night, though. I did end up getting Papa John's at like 11 p.m. though, because they were open till 4 in the morning. And they were literally the only place that was. Um, feel less guilty about the calories of an ordered in pizza now though, because doing a thin crust option like reduced the calories down to very little. Well, very little compared to the others. I think it was like 1,200 calories for a medium, which is, that's not terrible. Papa John's is a good shout. See, I've had it twice and it was kind of mid both times. But this time it was actually quite nice. And also, because I had a deal and stuff, and it's free delivery on Uber Eats if you've got the Uber whatever it's called. So which is also, helpful. And the only thing was I did pay £2 extra for one of those giant garlic and herb dips. Completely forgot to use it. I got 2/3 of the way through my pizza and then spotted the dip and went, oh. Like, completely skipped my mind. The pizza was actually very nice, which it wasn't the last 2 times that I've had Papa John's. So I was actually somewhat surprised. But I don't know. Maybe the one we had before wasn't a good place, but ours is good, maybe. Sides look a little expensive, but okay, I'm gonna put that one back over there, and that one back over there. Oh, hello. That one got one. Most takeaway pizza are pretty mid, rarely bad though. I think I actually enjoyed this one more than Domino's for a change. I can't really like knock the price because I had the £10 off thing. You need to do a £15 minimum. I had the shipping was free, or like the delivery charge was free, and like my pizza was reduced, so it added up, and like I could have just got the pizza on its own, and it would have been like £10 with no delivery, which is not terrible. But I got I got Becca some Ben and Jerry's. It's, it's only fair she gets something out of the takeaway since she's not there. And then I got some for myself as well. Cookie dough flavor as well, of course. I would have caramel, but there wasn't any caramel. Salted caramel ice cream absolutely fucks. I love it. I love salted caramel anything though, to be fair. Salted caramel milkshakes. Oh, heaven. Heaven. Salted caramel cheesecake. Oh, yes. I would say like better than sex, but I'm ace, so that's like really low bar. You don't have any. You have. Salted caramels is the bee's knees. It's a very reasonable thing to do. I'm sure she was very appreciative. Yes, she was very, very happy. I got lots of heart eye emojis in response, and when I texted her about it, followed by like a really long "I love you." She very much enjoys Ben and Jerry's. I would have been asleep while she was eating it this morning, so I have no idea how much of it is left. Interesting. Threads just sent me a thing to say that like my my recent post has like reached 500 views today. The reason that's interesting is because I didn't do it at the optimum time of day and I didn't write anything. I just put whip and like one hashtag. Is that the social media meta now? Do I have to stop yapping on socials and explaining exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing? Not that anyone reads it anyway. I'd be lurking, by the way, just distracted. You're fine. I hope the distraction's a good distraction. I do appreciate the lurk as always. My eyes just twitched and my jaws, my jaws ache. I think I'm over tensioning it again. Or it's chronic pain ramp up because I'm hungry. That's something I've noticed a lot more lately. As soon as I get hungry, like more than just like, oh, I feel a little bit peckish, it immediately seems to affect the chronic health stuff. I was going to say I had such a massive crush on Hayley Williams when I was in high school. Um, but that's not entirely true because like it's not just when I was in high school. I think I could probably quite safely say I don't know anyone personally, as far as I'm aware, that isn't attracted to Hayley Williams. Get another coat on this one. How long we got left? We've got 8 minutes left. Oh, it's got a big one on the shoulder. I mean, fair, she is very attractive. She is. She's so cute. She looks basically exactly the same as she did when I was a teenager as well. She was the reason I dyed my hair red. Like red. You can actually buy like the branded hair dye that she does as well, because she's made her own company thing for it, I believe. If I'm remembering that correctly. Still get the brain goblin every so often just being like, you should dye your hair again. Even though I'm trying to go white. I don't know what color I'd actually go if I dyed it a color again though. I feel like a dark emerald would be nice. I've never done green before. I think I don't necessarily like red on me unless it's super dark. And that first red dye that I did came out really orange. I had to overcorrect it with a Bordeaux. And then I was like having to custom mix between a vibrant red and a Bordeaux to try and get the right color. I very much don't miss my shower looking like a murder scene every time I shower though. I didn't even catch that was Gwen Stefani. It's got to be a little disconcerting. I mean that the other thing is like if I go out in the rain and I get absolutely drowned in bad weather, I don't have to worry about my hair color dyeing everything that I'm wearing. Whereas when I had red hair or any color dye hair really, like there's a chance. Okay, that's all of their leathers done. How much have I got left? 4 minutes. Green would suit you, I think. Maybe. I'm not sure I've got the face for dyed hair, honestly, but dark emerald's hair would at least like still match with things like black lipstick well. I should really make sure that I take some nice pictures of myself the next time that I get all dolled up for like a concert or something, like in a couple weeks. Or in a week rather. My previous profile picture is from a year ago now, and I don't have red hair, so it's not super accurate. But yeah, the green would be on brand. Granted, pink would also be on brand with like my rebrand coming up. Tell me more about the rebrand. I am not going to say the name because I haven't sorted everything out yet. So, because it all needs to kind of happen at once. But it's been said to me a few times that like, you know, I should be more of the focus of the brand because I am the brand. Shit. That's kind of what I'm doing. Welcome back, G. But yeah, I'm just changing my username to something that is related to me specifically and what I do. So that from the username, you can tell who I am and what I do, like straight from that. Whereas I'll be keeping Roll One to Explode still, and it will be used for like the gaming side of things. So like demos of games, battle reportiness things, slant lists, things like that. I am the table. Okay. I'm sure there is a reference in there. I have no idea what the reference is, but I'm sure that there is one. I hope that there is one. It's a wrestling thing, right? I don't know anything about wrestling. I can't deal with wrestling. I struggle with a lot of performance-based things, though. Okay, that one's untouched. I've still got 7. Oh, no, yeah, I'll leave it there. We hit time. I did not finish all of them. But yeah, the short of it is that I'm rebranding to something that is more me. Like I'm the brand, not a dice, etc. Like from my name, it doesn't indicate immediately what I do. You know, I could be into D&D based stuff. I could be into all sorts. I'm tired. No. I'll DM you more about it though, Ivy. So I'm gonna do Ruby Brushes 69 420 XXX YOLO. Don't go with that one. No. I will not be renaming myself to Ruby Brushes though. Don't worry about that. Right, folks, I'm actually going to end it there. Just because I know I'm supposed to be doing an hour and a half of my own shit. I'm tired and hungry. I think rather than forcing myself to slog through, I will actually just go right off into grave, and I'll just add some more time when I am feeling okay. So, as the usual advertisement things of, join the Discord, check the socials, hire me if you would like to support and would like work doing, obviously. Thank you for being here and keeping me company. Hopefully there won't be too many more of these evening streams and we can go back to our regular scheduled programming. I hope you'll have a wonderful evening. Be kind to Grave, and I will see you next time. Good night, everyone. Oh no, it's alright, Ivy. Just I think it's because I'm hungry. I didn't really have a good substantial food before this. But yeah. Take care, everyone.